The US and Israel say they're targeting Iran's senior leadership, and they've already hit several districts, especially in the center of the capital, Tehran. Satellite imagery that came out show direct hits on the compound of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. That compound is right in the city center, close to Tehran University, and it really is a decision-making center, a nerve center for the theocratic leadership of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Breaking news, Iran has attacked the US bases in Bahrain. The war is on, and I'm going to bring you live updates.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Targeted military strikes against the IRGC, the Ayatollah's terror army, is not an attack on Iran. It's not an attack on the Iranian people. It's quite literally the opposite. It's targeting the very people who are massacring unarmed civilians on the streets of Iran. Let's not forget, 36,500 civilians, unarmed civilian, massacred in the worst way possible on the streets. We've seen beheadings, we've seen chemical weapons being used, rape, torture, and it's still ongoing.
Okay, so just like me, you guys are seeing all this stuff develop. The United States and Israel have bombed Iran. Iran has launched a missile attack on a U.S. base, but from what they say, no one was killed. The base had been evacuated. You're hearing everything, and you're just wondering, like, what the hell is going on? I don't know, who to believe. You're an American, so you've basically spent the last 4 to 6 years being bombarded by the mainstream media with anti-American propaganda. So, it works on everyone. I'm not immune to it. You're not immune to it. So you're just sitting here like, okay, I want to love my country. I want to support my country. But at the same time, I don't want to be a person who is cheering my country on while they're doing something that is basically unethical or downright illegal. And the rest of the world is just not in a powerful enough position to say or do anything about it, or at least speak on it honestly. I get it. I felt the same way as you, right? But here's what I like to do, and I think this is what you should do if you're a person who really is on the margins, you're unsure, and you're not just this diehard, gung-ho, whatever America has to do type of person. Me, I'll be honest with you, I cheer for the home team. I'm from LA. I cheer for the Lakers. I don't really like LeBron, right? I really don't like JJ Redick. I cheer for the Kings. I don't watch hockey, right? That's me. I cheer for the Clippers. They lose all the time. But guess what? That's the home team. America is my home team. The USA is my home team. It's where we live. Our children live here. So whatever is in the best interest of the United States, I'm sorry, but I'm going to fall on the side of whatever is in our best interest. Hell, even if it's not in our best interest, if it's the decision that our commander-in-chief makes, whether that's Trump, Joe Biden, Clinton, whoever, I'm going to do my best to support it as much as I can. And if it's wrong, I'm also going to speak out with whether or not I agree or disagree. I wasn't a fan of Joe Biden, but if Joe Biden would say, hey, Brandon, for whatever reason, the Secret Service is unable to protect me. I need you to come down here and work a 12-hour shift to make sure no one blows me away. You know what? I'm on the next thing smoking there, because that is the person who has been chosen, democratically elected to represent this country. Now, that was a bit of a rant, right? But who cares? Here's the thing. So this is what I did. When the aggression between Iran and the United States started back up initially. And this is what I do now that things are escalating. I simply contact my Iranian friends. I live in Long Beach, California. I happen to be very close to Irvine, which is a hub of Persian excellence, right? A lot of Iranians there. They run a bunch of great Middle Eastern food places. It's awesome. And they're really great, beautiful people. And what I get when I ask my friends and the people who I'm close to, pretty much the vast majority, all of them actually, I'm not gonna, all of them are like, man, look, the Iranian dictatorship, they're no good. They're not helping the people. They, they escalate things internationally. They sponsor terrorism. They basically confirm every doggone thing that even the media and Trump have said about Iran for the past 10 years. And even on the Democrat side of the aisle, they said it. Obama said it. George W. Bush said it. There's no one in Washington who disagrees when it comes to exactly what type of player the Iranian regime is in the international community. So I think with this one, it's safe to say that our country is doing the right thing. Now, there were reports that Iran had killed 37,000 people who were protesting against the regime in Tehran and their destruction of the economy in attempt to continue this campaign against America, the West, and Israel. Here's the reality. Iran is doing everything they can to save face as the leader in hatred of America and hatred of Israel. Now, I don't really take side when it comes to Middle Eastern politics. I don't take Israel's side over Palestine. It's none of my business. And frankly, I really don't care what goes on there because it doesn't really impact me. Is that a crime? I don't know, but I'm not pro-Palestine or anti-Palestine. I'm not pro-Israel or anti-Israel. What I would say is this. Israel performs a service for the United States that I don't ever want to see our men and women in uniform performing. They're basically the watchdogs over the Middle East. They take care of whatever's going on in that situation over there. And that means American troops don't have to die over there. I'm all for that. I'm always going to support that. It's going to be very hard to talk me off that square. Now, Palestine, I don't think anybody should be kept in what is basically an open air prison where they can't go in or go out. I don't like that. At the same time, I understand that Palestine at one point had a democratically elected leader, and for whatever reason, they decided to elect or choose Hamas, which is a government registered terrorist group. As far as our government is concerned, they chose to allow Hamas to become the leadership of that strip of land that they call the Gaza Strip, right? Hamas is a terrorist organization. It's been proven long ago that they receive money from Tehran, Iran, and many other groups. Even in my beautiful ethnic homeland of Africa, there are even terrorist groups that are funded via the Iranian network that are constantly causing chaos, specifically in West African nations in the Sahel region. So for that reason, also, I am no friend of the Iranian regime. The reality is this: you can't have terrorism or sponsors of terrorists just roaming freely around the globe and gaining access to intercontinental ballistic missiles that can be equipped with nuclear warheads. You can't give these guys the ability to reach other continents with missiles because, as we've seen, they have a unique hatred for the West. I actually had the luxury of talking to a woman from Iran on one of my live streams. I have to do some digging to find it. And she was currently in Iran. However, she was able to get on the internet, I don't know. But if she was in fact in Iran, she made it very clear. She said, Brandon, when I was young, they forced us to chant death to America every morning before school started. And I actually confirmed that with some of my friends who are Iranian, some who've lived in Iran, some who've never even been to Iran, but they're Iranian, and others who, my best buddy, he's actually half Iranian and half Iraqi. And he's probably my primary source, very well educated, far more educated and successful than me. And I get a lot of my my confirmation on things from him. Also, I have a cousin who is a Navy cryptologist who was, and he either confirms or debunks a lot of the questions I have on or beliefs I have on Iran. I ask you to do the same. The internet is a beautiful place. We've been given or blessed with this unique level of access to new information, and we can pretty much cross the globe with the touch of a finger, touch of a button. Get on the internet. Find people you can count on. Find people with accurate information from the source and confirm or debunk your beliefs. Don't be afraid of whether it falls down on what you want to believe. Just get the truth no matter what. If you're not doing that, I don't even think you're qualified to have an opinion on the situation, because it is so easy for everyone to do that. There are Iranian groups on Facebook that you can join and just go in and ask questions. TikTok has some good stuff. There's great stuff on X. Just go in and see what's being said. What you shouldn't do is listen to people who are basically conspiracy theorists who get on the internet, jump on their preferred conspiracy theory website, and then take that same misinformation or outright lies and take it to social media and spew it without any real knowledge of what the hell is going on. They can never ask questions. And when they are debunked, their answer is, hey man, I'm just sharing what I see on the internet, or some nonsense like that, even though they're presenting these things as if they are verified truth. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think my methods are good or if they're very faulty. And feel free to let me know your methods in the comments. I always encourage people who have a personal connection to these situations to reach out. Go down in the comments, leave me your email. I'll hit you up. My email is somewhere on this platform. Go look me up and I'll do my best to leave it in the description. Reach out, give us the information we want, because I want this channel to be a source of truth and transparency concerning all situations that may develop around the globe. Thank you so much for watching this. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Till the next time, take care of yourselves, but most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.